Hello everyone, and welcome back inside the Varsity TV studio as we dive into all the action around the League by Varsity All Star. We just kicked off February in the best way possible, and there is so much to dive into, from Spirit Sports Grand Nationals out west, lots of moments we love from the Athletic Championships Grand Nationals, and some new leaders on the leaderboard. This week, we're going to hear from Alex Gajoli from CheerTheory, hear from a few of those League 6 teams after awesome weekends at Spirit Sports Grand Nationals, and so much more. I'm Amber Salas, and here is all the latest news in the League by Varsity All Star Weekly Series. One team you can always count on to bring their A game to every competition is South Coast Cheer Fearless. Fearless has the highest League 6 points potential out of any League 6 team. That's both all-girl and co-ed. They have 4 different Super Nationals events on their schedule, and 4,000 points is their overall points potential. And they're already at 2,700 points so far from 5 events. But what we're going to start to see is, as they continue on to those super national events like CheerSport All Star Nationals, NCAA All Star, and even USA All Star Super Nationals, their point total is only going to go up as they drop some of those lower scores for hopefully those 700 points. We caught up with Fearless after Spirit Sports Grand Nationals. Let's go ahead and hear what they have to say.
Hi, I'm Squirrel on Fearless, and we just wrapped up day 2 of Spirit Sports. Today felt amazing. We had such high energy, such amazing cheerleading, and I'm just so proud of the team and what we did on stage. The list came out and we were second. We were all so hyped. We celebrated at practice. We were like, woo! So coming to this comp, we were all like, wow, like that's such an accomplishment. Like being second around such great teams too. Like they're all so amazing, and it's just so exciting, like being up there with them. I just love like seeing our name with them. It's just such a great accomplishment. I just love going to those big comps and like having this little like treasure hunt kind of on the side with it. It's so much fun just like racking it up and like seeing what we can and can't do. Like it's so much fun seeing everyone come to like California and like coming to such a local comp for us. It's just been so cool like walking around the halls and seeing like Spirit of Texas and like seeing Woodlands and everyone. It's just been so amazing, and they're all so sweet to us, and it's such a great way to like have fun with cheerleaders we don't usually see until now. Fearless, we just show up every day with the mindset of wanting to work hard and just loving what we're doing. We put every ounce of love and cheer like that we have into each routine, and we just want to get better each time together. And I just love everyone on the mat, and I think that also helps us, is just having such a family vibe. For me especially, I sometimes like go to the gym early, tumble a little bit, get some cool videos, or like when I leave from Fearless or anything like I'm at the gym for, I do 2 doubles before leaving, make sure they're good, leaving a positive tone if I'm trying passes that day, and just like working outside of like the gym too. I go to like other open gyms by my house, or like at home, I'll be on the grass, I'll do like tucks or whatever. It's just all like, every day I just go.
One thing about Fearless, they always bring clean, crisp routines with energy, great performance, and solid execution. We'll see them back in action in just a few weeks at the CheerSport National All-Star Cheerleading Championship. And we'll also see them raising some money for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital at Friday Night Live. This next team has been gaining traction pretty much everywhere they've gone this season. They already pretty much went viral for their dance this season. And let me tell you, they have every single arena singing along with them, doing their dance with them. Where my ops at? That's what we're all saying. Woodlands Elite Black Ops has been off to a hot start in the Level 6 Senior Small Co-ed division. Not only do they want to make a statement in their division, they are also so driven to make their mark in the League 6 Co-ed Conference. Many of these athletes say it's a lifelong dream to compete on Black Ops. So let's go check in with Black Ops, who also were in action this weekend at Spirit Sports Grand Nationals.
Hi, I'm Sam Fry. I'm on Woodlands Elite Blackhawks, and we're in sunny Palm Springs, California for Spirit Sports. It felt so amazing. I was so excited. Everybody was mat talking. The energy from like the very first match and warm-ups was so good. I just knew it was going to be an amazing day.
It felt so good to go out there and know that you did your best, and it show out there on the floor just really means a lot.
It's been really cool. I love watching like all the teams we go against. It's just really cool because this is like a really tough division, and I know everyone works so hard, so it's really fun watching everyone and seeing like what they accomplished this season.
This year has been so much fun. Our team just has a really good bond, and our coaches like have such a genuine love for us. It just means the world.
This season has been like so surreal to me because like I never thought I would be like on Black Ops. Like Black Ops was my dream team, and I never thought that I would be able to be on this team. But also like this team is so loving and caring. Like the environment is so supportive, and our coaches especially. It's just like an unreal experience that I never thought I'd get to experience, and I'm so grateful that I get to experience it.
The mindset of the team has been focused on what you can do for others and not what others can do for you. Every day, almost every day, we're in the gym. We're grinding out everything we do, and it's just really focusing on putting all of our teammates above our own needs.
So I've been at Woodlands for, I think this is my 11th or 12th year with Woodlands, and like when I was younger, like looking up to the world teams, you always, it's like they're like your idols, like you want to be them. And so like now being here is just so amazing to be here, and like having like people who are younger come up to us and they tell us like they idolize us. I want to be like a role model for them.
It's such a crazy feeling from being like that little girl that does other people's routines and other people's dances to know that people are doing our routine and our dances. It's just such an incredible feeling. My favorite part is definitely the dance. I love doing it. Every time we get there, I'm like have an energy boost. I like know we're about to do good.
My favorite part of the routine is definitely our rewind section. I love the ripple up, and I just love the moment when we all hit and the crowd like goes loud in that part.
It's really exciting knowing we're up there in the league because like me personally, I've never been on a team where we've really been like at the top of the league. So I've always wanted to experience it. So knowing that we're like at the top of like all of co-ed is just so amazing because it feels like we're working for what we deserve it because we've been working so hard for it.
The Level 6 Senior Small Co-ed Division was so incredible to watch at Spirit Sports Grand Nationals with 4 of them in action. And it was Woodlands Elite's first time ever attending Spirit Sports Grand Nationals. Black Ops definitely made a statement, taking those 600 points. And I'm not even kidding, after day 2, when they went back to watch the playback of their routine, I saw so many younger athletes in the back literally doing the dance with them. So that's been so fun to follow along with this season. It's time now for our favorite breakdown of all of the hit percentages and highlights from the weekend with Alex Gajoli from CheerTheory. I'm sure he was busy tweeting all weekend long, but he was also on the ground at Spirit Sports Grand Nationals. Alex, so good to see you. What is your one word to best describe this weekend?
I would have to say invigorating. What word would you choose, Amber?
I think I would say jaw-dropping because you and I both know we were sitting together for some of those routines and my jaw literally dropped. So fun to watch, but let's start with that. We saw so many incredible programs coming to California this weekend, and of course all those West Coast heavy hitters. What were some of the highlights of the weekend for you?
Yeah, we saw so many incredible routines, and both days started with the medium co-ed division, and what a way to start the weekend. And day 2, Spirit of Texas Royalty hit a phenomenal routine, and it was just set the tone for a great day 2. And speaking of day 2, Small Senior 6 was the division standout for me. You had Cheer Extreme SXX, Top Gun TGOC, Woodlands Elite Generals all hit 0, and the California Aces had a small deduction, but it was very close to being a perfect routine, and it was just great from start to finish. And SSX had a massive 98.6 day 2 score, which is one of the highest we've seen from a Worlds team this season. So that was really cool to see. And it's just awesome to see high caliber teams end the weekend on a high note and gain some positive traction before Cheer Sport and NCA.
Definitely, and it was a big weekend for SSX and Cheer Extreme Raleigh in general. They literally went coast to coast to be here, so definitely very fun to see them in the mix. But let's talk about those numbers. How are our hit percentages? I know I saw a lot of teams hitting 0 all weekend long.
Yeah, so let's start over with Athletic Championships Grand Nationals in Rhode Island. We saw 16 Worlds level teams take the stage. 8 of those 32 performances hit zero, so we had a final hit percentage of 25%. And at Spirit Sports Grand Nationals, there were 18 zero deduction routines out of 66. So that's a hit zero rate of 27.3. Shout out to the California All Stars Ghost Recon and Top Gun TGOC for hitting zero both days. And special shout out to TGOC, who now has 8 zero deduction routines under their belt, 6 of which are at World's Big competitions, which is almost unheard of. So, congrats to them.
All right, we're gonna continue watching TGOC to see how long they can stay perfect, but they've been very consistent, which is really awesome to see. And speaking of some of those League 6 teams, so many of them were together this weekend in action. What was it like seeing so many of these teams together this weekend?
It was really cool, and to see all of these teams in California in one place is, fun for me. And, heading into the weekend, we saw the top 3 teams in the League 6 All-Girl Conference take the stage. And so we knew it was going to be a good weekend. And after this weekend's win, South Coast Cheer Fearless is now in first place on the League 6 Conference All-Girl leaderboard with 2,700 points. Generals is in second with 2,684 points, and SSX is in third with 2,400 points. So that was fun to see. With all 3 of those teams in particular, you see their confidence building. Those are hard routines. Each of them has made changes since the beginning of the season to make themselves even more competitive, and I think they're in a great position to, take on the rest of the year. And over with the League 6 Co-Ed, we saw great zero deduction performances from Royalty, as I mentioned before, SMOX and Exodus on day 2. They all climbed those rankings, and SMOX and Exodus, they were in a head-to-head battle once again, another rematch from just a few weeks ago at JamFest. Those scores were incredibly close on day 2. SMOX ended up taking home that national champion title, but I know that I have my eye on those teams in particular for the remainder of the season.
And both those routines are just loaded with talent from start to finish. And we also heard from South Coast Cheer Fearless just a little bit ago. They have the highest points potential out of any League 6 team. That's both all-girl and co-ed. So we definitely have our eye on Fearless. But that is all we have for right now. Alex Gajoli, thank you so much. We always appreciate you, and we'll catch up with you next time.
Thanks for having me, Amber. Talk to you soon.
We've seen a lot of big moments, big-time performances, and some big-time hit zero routines. So let's go ahead and take a look at who is making waves on the hit zero meter. Starting off with Top Gun All Stars TGOC. They are making a statement in the level 6 senior small division, and these ladies just continue to impress. And they just continue to hit zero after zero after zero. Last week, we had them at a 100% hitting their routine 6 for 6 times. And now I'm so happy to report they've added 2 more after a great weekend at Spirit Sports Grand Nationals. Those 2 more zeros put them at a perfect 8 for 8, 100%. Awesome job, ladies. These ladies are for sure acing their report card. Also making some noise in the League 6 All-Girl and representing the Northeast region strong is A-List Athletics Lady Lavish. This is a brand new level 6 team this season that has just owned every moment and every opportunity, which has been so awesome to see. I've just loved watching Lady Lavish take the stage this season. They continue to look more and more confident with each routine. They're also coming off a great weekend at the Athletic Championships Grand Nationals. They've now competed at 3 events, performing the routine a total of 5 times, and we have them hitting zero 3 out of 5 performances, coming in at a 60% on the hit zero meter. And let me tell you, those whip doubles right at the start of their routine really allow them to come out and make a statement to kick everything off. And I love watching their pyramid. It's so visual, it never stops, definitely keeps you on the edge of your seat as a fan. Now let's jump over to the West Coast. West Coast represent. How about Rival Athletics Voltage gaining more and more momentum in the level 3 junior medium division? They just took over first place on the D1 Junior West leaderboard with 2,300 points. Voltage hit zero both days at Spirit Sports Grand Nationals, taking home that national championship. And this team has just been on a roll. They've competed at 5 events so far this season, so let's take a look at these numbers. They performed their routine 7 times, and they've hit 0 4 times so far, so 4 out of 7. That's a 57% on the hit 0 meter. This weekend was a big one for Voltage, competing against 6 teams in their division at Spirit Sports Grand Nationals. They were poised, they were consistent, and that allowed them to take home that big win. And you gotta go check out their innovative choreography. Some of their lifts and transitions, especially in those stunts, are so creative and so fun to watch. Finally, CheerCats LV Atomic. Way to represent D2 strong. We have been loving following along with their journey in the Level 5 Junior D2 division. Atomic made a big jump on the D2 Junior West leaderboard standings. They had a very consistent weekend at Spirit Sports Grand Nationals, hitting 0 both days to take home the win. They've also been to 3 events so far this season, so let's check out where they stand. They've hit 0 3 out of 5 times in their performances so far. That's a 60% on the hit 0 meter. And for me, a standout moment in this routine has to be their jump rope transition into that running tumbling pass. Keep up the great work, Atomic. Let's dive into all the fun now with our question of the week. And as always, we're going to take a look back to what went down in episode 6 for our question of the week. Last week, we asked you all which program was competing back-to-back weekends out on the East Coast at the Athletic Championships Grand Nationals. There were 3 options you had to choose from, so let's see how you all voted. 50% of you said Maine Stars, 16% of you said A-List Athletics, and another 16% of you said East Celebrity Elite. So without further ado, the program that did back-to-back weekends was Maine Stars. They went from Spirit Unlimited Battle at the Boardwalk Grand Nationals right into the Athletic Championships Grand Nationals, and it was an awesome showing for them all around. Congratulations to Maine Stars' work from the Junior Level 6 division, taking home the highest score out of all Level 6 teams. So now, what do we want to hear from you all this week? Well, we're just a few weeks away from the CheerSport National All Star Cheerleading Championship, and we know you're all hard at work getting ready for that 700-point opportunity. So go ahead, scan the QR code right now to cast your answer for this week's question of the week. This week, we want to know which division you're most excited to see take the stage at CheerSport. So go ahead, scan the QR code, and then you can go ahead and type in the division you're most excited to see. Then what's going to happen is next week, we're going to tell you all what you voted the most for, and then we're going to break down that division as we get ready for CheerSport. Well, that's going to do it for this week and all the latest news around the League by Varsity All Star. February is already so exciting, and I have a feeling there's going to be a lot more to break down as teams aim for another chance to earn those 700 points at CheerSport next weekend. But before we go, here's a look at what's on the line this weekend. This weekend, we have Coastal at the Capital Grand Nationals in the Northeast worth 600 points. CSG Grand Nationals is going down in the Midwest, also worth 600 points. And the American Legacy Fort Worth Nationals is out in the Southwest. That's going to be worth 400 points. And looking ahead even further, the CheerSport National All-Star Cheerleading Championship is right around the corner for 700 points. And also don't forget, for all you dance fans out there, tune in to the Dance Majors and Jam Fest Dance Super Nationals. That's live this weekend as well. You can find the full schedule right now on tv.varsity.com by clicking on that schedule tab. And a little teaser before we go, be sure to join us next week. We saw a crazy tumbling pass out west in California, a gainer pass that has never been done on an all-girl team before. We're gonna bring you the story of how this pass came to life, so be sure to tune in next week. You don't want to miss it. We'll see you next time.